In this video, I'm going to show you how to create generic annotation elements on Revit. We are going to create symbols and we're going to create also tags. The difference between both of them is that the generic annotation symbols are just elements that don't depend in any other elements, and the tags depends on it. So if I delete the tag will go away with it. So let's go ahead and see how I can create both of them. So let's first go and create the symbols. To create a symbol, let's just go to New, Family. In Family, let's go to Annotations folder and let's just grab Generic Annotation template. We will see in this template we have a red text that we can delete and we can start creating our family. So to create the family, like similar to the ones I showed you, let's just create a hexagon. To do that, let's press LI on the keyboard, which is line, and let's select one of both polygon shapes. So I'm just gonna go and create a hexagon of 1/8 of an inch. So once we create this polygon, the next step is just insert a label. So let's place a label right in the middle, and we don't have any parameters to assign to it. So let's add a parameter, and we can just create a number parameter and assign instance type. This will allow us to edit many of them with different numbers. So let's select of text type and group parameter under text. Let's click OK, and let's place this parameter on the right side. So let's just put a placeholder here because this is just a placeholder for the family, and we now have a placeholder of the label. So let's save this file and import it to the project. Go to Save As. Let's save as a family. I'm just gonna place it in the desktop for now. So I'm gonna put hex keynote. It's gonna save it as a hex keynote. And now let's just jump to the project we have already open. So let's import this keynote into the project, load into the project and close. Once we load this into the project, we can just select under Annotate tab, Symbol, and we will be able to place the symbol anywhere we want. So now, since you can see here that question mark indicates that we have a field we can fill, which is the number I was telling you to place. So now we have created a annotation symbol, and this is editable because we assign a parameter that we can modify. So we can duplicate this and have another name on it. And we can also take letters from them. Because from all the annotations, you can take a letter from it. If you don't see the arrow shape letter, you just go to Edit Type and select Arrow Field 15 degree. Let's click OK. And now we have finished creating our symbol. Now to place a tag, in this case, I'm going to do a mechanical equipment tag. To do a mechanical equipment tag, we need to import first the mechanical equipment we are going to use. So let's go to Systems, Mechanical Equipment, and we have a generic mechanical equipment here. in case you don't have it, you can go to load family and go to mechanical MEP, airside components, air conditioners, and you can select one of them from there. So we're just gonna place this in the model. Once I have placed this in the model, to create a new tag for it, you can bring a generic tag Revit has. If you go to annotations, we may find a tag. But this tag won't have the properties we want to have. So to do that, let's go to File, New Family, and to create a tag for this element, let's try to find a mechanical equipment tag. So if we can't find a mechanical equipment tag, we can just select generic tag. And we can delete this text right here and go ahead and create the shape we want to use for the tag. So let's select line. Let's draw an hexagon too. The only difference is this hexagon is going to be a little bigger. So let's do it of 1/4 of an inch. And divide this hexagon in two, doing a line on it. So once we have this hexagon ready, we can place the two parameters that the element is going to pick from the mechanical equipment. To do that, let's click on Create Label, and let's place the label we can use. In this case, we need to select the proper one to add to the label, to the tag. To apply a proper tag, we need to select a type parameter that denotes the type of equipment we are doing. So for the top one, we're going to use type mark. Let's click to the right and we have this. Let's suppose this is an RTU. In this case, let's use as a sample value RTU. Now we have the RTU placed in the top. Let's do another one in the bottom, which is going to denote the number of the RTU. Let's say we have plenty of them and we want to denote all of them by numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, etc. To do that, let's click on comments. This is a instance parameter. So since we don't have a lot of flexibility with Revit in this case, we can just select the comments and use this as a number one. So I'll just put a pound symbol as a placeholder. And now we have the two parameters I want to use. Let's move this a little bit. Reduce this. And now we have the tag created. So let's go to Save As, Family, and let's put hex mechanical tag. So let's save it as hex mechanical tag and import it to the model. So let's click in Load to the project and close. Now we have an element we can use here. So to place it, let's just hit escape twice and let's select annotate, and let's select tag. So now we have a tag, but let's see if this is the tag we created. No, it's not the tag we created. So let's select the hex mechanical equipment tag, and now we have that this is the sample value. You can modify this, so we can put any X YC or something we want to denote the family with as an example, and it's going to ask me you are changing a type parameter. This applies to the family, so basically if we have plenty of the same type, it's going to apply the XYZ to all of them. And in the bottom we have the comment parameter. We can just put any number and it's not gonna be dependent. Like if I duplicate this is gonna have the same parameter, and if I do the tag to it, this is gonna have the same parameter as the XYZ number because it's a type parameter. But this one can be modified and this one is not gonna be modified. On the top one, we cannot say the same thing. If I put RTU here, it's gonna modify it because it's a type parameter like the note says here. So let's click on yes, and you will see how it automatically changed in this one. So I hope this video helped you a little bit with tags and generic annotations. Thank you for watching.